Either Jesus is God or he's not. That's the theme of today's gospel. We are at the last Friday of Lent before we enter into the Triduum, Good Friday. And we're starting to see that the revelation of Christ is starting to be broadcasted in a way to a larger audience. It's no longer just those three apostles on Mount Tabor. It's no longer just the apostolic college, but it's this larger audience. And Jesus is starting to be public about who he is. Yes, indeed, he is the Son of God, as he says. And yet, there are those that don't believe. And it's going to be for this reason that he will be arrested, tried, whipped, and eventually go to the cross. Now, I want us to do something different. Oftentimes in Lectio Divina or in meditation or just in our everyday parlance, we often see ourselves, when we read these verses, we see ourselves 2,000 years later, and we are kind of like the baptized Christians that are like, look at me, I believe in Jesus. Or do we? Would we be one of those people that would have said, there's no way that God has a son? We have to remember the time and place that we find ourselves in these last verses or last chapters as we enter into the Triduum. Would we actually believe? And we can do a test. We don't have to go back 2,000 years ago. We don't have to put ourselves in the place of our Jewish brothers and sisters at the time. All we have to do is look at our current lives. Do you believe, by virtue of the way you live right now, that Jesus is God? Peace.